Good morning, everyone. As you could probably tell by my beautiful voice, I am not feeling the greatest right now. So, when I was looking at the primary paper weaknesses, I decided to look at the conflicting evidence in the review paper and found that there was conflicting evidence for dopamine release. Reference 70 says there's reduced dopamine, while reference 135 said there was increase in dopamine. But upon further research, I found that reference 70 used male rats only and IMI as their NN, while reference 135 used female rats and CLO and MLAs as their NNs. For me, I don't really think these are conflicting evidences because they use different rat models and different types of NNs. I feel like both of these papers could have been improved if they used male and female rats and more types of NNs. Using male and female rats could have gotten rid of some of the confounding variables in the models that they used and kind of showed if hormonal fluctuations could have had an effect on their study. Also, using more types of NNs could have showed that different types of NNs have different types of effects. Maybe some NNs do release or reduce dopamine. Another issue that I kind of found was with environmental safe consumption levels versus the paper levels. All of these references have a variety of different concentrations that they use, and most of them don't discuss environmental safe levels. And I feel like discussing the environmental concentrations would have strengthened these papers by showing that the amounts in the environment is hurtful or safe. I did find an article discussing the amounts of NNs found in the different water supplies, but this reference was not included in the review. As you can see, the overall amount of NNs in the water supply is relatively low, but just including even the higher ranges of NNs found in the environment would have been a good contributor to these primary papers. Reference 15 kind of does a good job in discussing safe daily consumption amount as like a baseline dosage. I feel like if the other papers also include a safe daily consumption amount in one of their dosage ranges that they did, I feel like it would have improved the paper a lot because it could have shown like, hey, this line for the safe daily consumption amount is actually safe, or actually it's kind of hurtful. You shouldn't be consuming this much daily. Gaps in further research. So more studies on different effects on male and female mice need to be done. The only primary reference that I found that even touched up on this topic was 57, and that was on male and female pups. Another thing that we felt could have further research is that NNs may have a higher affinity in different species. This higher affinity, looking at these higher affinities in different species and these different species in general could kind of give us a predictor of ecosystem failure or collapse if a lot of NNs are released into the environment. It may also help us find a better model species for humans. Also, there's a lot of conflicting evidence in this review, and we felt that more research needs to be done on it, such as the dopamine release that I discussed earlier, and the neural growth being increased or inhibited. But in conclusion, evidence suggests a possible linkage between NN exposure and aging risk neurodegenerative disease, but a direct relationship has not yet been shown. So, any questions?